Hi, Rossi Thorne for introduction of the Rome Mobility Program. Rome Mobility is designed to improve the way you want to move using body weight. Now, so we use body weight, all we need is about this much space. We don't need a gym membership, we don't need to take time to travel to a gym. We can do it in the privacy of our own home, we can do it on the beach, we can do it on the park, we can do wherever you can lie down and perhaps have about 5 to 10 meters of movement in any one direction. So it's aimed to take away all the barriers that people have to start moving. Now, Rome Mobility is flexibility and stability training. Flexibility and stability equals good posture, and what we're aiming to take is one step further, is to have active flexibility and active stability equals mobility. Now, mobility is fluidity of movement, it's pain-free range of motion, it's giving you confidence to move without hurting yourself, and it's about a healthy body leading to a healthy mind. So Rome Mobility is encouraging healthy, functional movement. Now the way that we do that is we have a 6-lesson course which can be done in a day, or it can be done in 6 lessons, or any derivative of that. Plus also we can learn this online. Now, so when we start off, lesson 1 is we talk about good posture, we talk about breathing mechanics, we talk about a general overview of stretching and how to enhance your stretching experience, which just means letting go, letting your tension go from your body. And we do this again in a system. We use yoga, we use the anatomy trains and how they correspond. We take a fascial line and in the form of a yoga asana, and we break that down into segments where first we assess your ability to do that yoga asana, then we break that down into muscle stretches, and then we build that yoga asana back up through corrective exercise, mat work. So you would see these mat work exercises in Pilates, and build that up, so you build the stability up. So we make you mobile or flexible, and then we add stability on top of that. And all those processes do is hopefully get rid of any pain that you have, enhance your range of motion, your flexibility, and also your stability to make you feel secure about moving again. So in the first lesson, we do that overview, and then we do the bear. So the bear is a forward bending movement pattern, or that's bending and also forward bending, and this pose here is our assessment. So it's a forward bend, and then we break that down into chunks of stretches, and then some activation exercises. And we also use an animal movement pattern or an infant developmental pattern to bring that all in, assimilate all the flexibility into your body and ready for when you go outside the door and into real life. So in the first lesson, we do the overview, we do the forward bending and posture, and we do 10 dynamic warm-up and stretching exercises and 7 activation exercises. The second lesson is the crane, and the crane, the movement pattern or the yoga asana we use is the warrior 1, and that is the opposite to the forward bend. It's the backward bend. But it's mostly about thoracic extension. We talk a little bit about shoulder injuries and shoulder concerns, and a little bit about back pain. So there's 2 types of back pain. One is bending backwards, which we have in the crane, which is also like a split jerk pattern in Olympic lifting, which in the bear, where the forward bending is the disc injury. So I didn't say this at the time, but when we do the bear, the forward bending, we look at disc injuries and how to scale or modify exercises, or what to avoid so as not to aggravate. So the crane is where we've got 8 warm-ups and stretches and 9 activation exercises to improve your ability to bring your arms up in here. After the crane, we do the monkey, and the monkey is our lunge pattern. So you can see that's a lunge, but it's also our pull pattern. So in terms of functional fitness, a pull is coupled with, across the lats of the left side is coupled with the glutes on the opposite side, the diagonally on the right side. So a pull, as also a lunge, works together. So the Vleeming slings is the posterior oblique sling, and the anatomy trains is the functional back line. So for the monkey, we have 9 stretches and 7 activation exercises. So the first 3 lessons are the bear, crane, and monkey, and they're a little bit more simple, and they build towards having good stretching habits and an idea, building towards the tiger, which is our squat pattern. The squat requires you to move the ankle, the knee, and the hip, and the spine vertebra, and the shoulders. So you can see that these others are combining towards enhancing the tiger. So the tiger flexibility assessment is the squat, and we also discuss knee concerns with the squat and some of the variations that you will see. Now, all of these movement patterns go towards the twisting movement pattern, which is by far the more complex of all of the movement patterns, and we do it last because each of the 4 lessons beforehand will enhance your ability to do to twist, and also to do our movement pattern or our yoga asana for the twist, which is the revolved triangle. Now, that's our 5 lessons, but we have a 6th lesson. And the 6th lesson is it's our leaping man. So the leaping man is human body, and we've evolved all through those movement patterns so far to be able to move every which way at the same time, to be able to perform hunting and gathering movements, but also to do sport at a high level and all sorts of different sports. So I encourage you to do every single movement pattern and to learn different sports at different years or different seasons, just to keep your body not over-specialised, because over-specialised leads to an injury all to itself. So the 6th lesson, it's putting it all together. I don't know how many stretches are going to be, because it depends on you and the group of people, and what is tightest from them. It's a Q&A, and also we'll put in some distillation of what we learn in the other five lessons. So that's row mobility. After row mobility, what's next? Well, you can just keep cycling each of those lessons every day, or do each for a month, up to you. It'll certainly put you in good stead for anything you want to do movement-wise. If you want to, we have a Rome Foundation which is a 14 or 7 level and 14 lessons, and that's really breaking down lots of movement into a really long progression, and it's really designed for people who really want to start from the beginning and work slowly up, or for people who haven't been exercising for quite a long time and they want a slow, progressive and gentle return to exercise and to fitness. After Roam Foundation, or you can even leapfrog, is what is Roam BSX, which is bodyweight spectrum exercise, and that's moving up into moderate to high intensity, almost like random exercise formats, to put your heart rate up, put brain working, and then use your whole body to lose weight and tone up. And then after the first level, Roam Mobility, Roam Health, then we move into our strength and conditioning phase, which we'll talk about at another time.